Hey ladies and gentlemen, Nev from Nev's Tech Bits, and today I want to talk a little bit about making money through scrap salvage. A lot of people might know that there's actually precious metals on a lot of hardware that you can get. A lot of you also know, most of the time it's the older hardware that has this heavy metal, this valuable metal. In fact, on most boards there is something called rare earth metals that if you know how to tear these things apart in just the right way and separate these metals, you can make a lot of money. Rare earth metals is the kind of thing that is only in certain countries, and they don't get a lot of it. They don't get a lot of it. It's not the kind of thing that you get rare earth metal ore that you can crack out by the pound. You have to go through a whole bunch of soil in order to get a very small amount of earth metal. Anyways, this isn't the kind of thing you want to get into unless you have a huge supply of stuff coming to you, a huge supply of hard drives, not even hard drives, but lady fingers, gold sticks as they're often called. And here I got my own collection of a little bit of them. And these are just the ends of RAM, the ends of cards. There's a very small, very fine, very small amount of gold on these suckers. And you can extract that gold, you can turn that into bullion and have all kinds of money. Everybody knows that gold is the thing of dreams. The thing of dreams. There's even a little bit on newer stacks of RAM. You might notice as stacks of RAM get newer and newer, the amount of gold on the pickups gets smaller and smaller. So the old stuff is definitely better. But I will tell you, there are a lot of pitfalls to this. For example, not all of that of what you see is gold. There is so little gold on that these days that you really just have to be having computers coming in on a regular basis in order to actually make any money off of this. I heard someone from an American Best Buy, something like Best Buy, said that at work they would collect everything and they take it apart and put it in different piles and they can make a lot of money on it. But once again, only if you have a lot of this stuff coming in, only if you have a lot of stuff coming through that you can do this with. I'll tell you firsthand that you can get yourself hurt quite a bit if you try to smelt this stuff yourself, if you try to pull the gold off of it and basically bring it together. Not only is it unbelievably hard, but it takes some really bad chemicals like acid. I know some people that have gotten really messed up from it. And I honestly think I have heard of people that have died from it through friends, basically. If you're not super careful with it, then oh man, it'll mess you up. But if you're the type of person that has a lot of this hardware coming through, I mean, if you can sack this stuff up by the ton, there's definitely money to be made. But you also have to find a place where you can sell it to. And out here in the boonies, I haven't found a place quite like that. And if they would take it flat out, then I'd have to carve that gold off. And again, I don't know a whole lot about that. But basically, it can be done. You can get this precious metal off of stuff. If you're the type of person that you come across systems from the 80s quite a bit, some of the original hard drives were made with gold. I have seen when I was looking off eBay CPUs that have a lot of gold on them from around the 80s. A couple Intel. You know, as soon as you take the top off, they're big 46386 chips, and it looks like brown gold on brown gold. It looks like gold on the top of them. But yeah, those things actually go for money on eBay. And hey, if you can make a little bit of money off that, you might as well. You can always just break off those fingers and put it together and put it up on eBay if you didn't have a way of smelting it yourself, if you didn't have a place you could go and get money from them. But you know what, take a look if you need a little extra money, if you get tons of extra computers, but I mean tons of computers, you could actually make a little bit of money off that. Anyways, if you've had experience with this stuff, if you've successfully done this, please leave a message. Let me know a little bit. I would love to find out. I'd love to find out the stuff that's worth the most. Anyways, have a good one, guys.